was probably my mum as well. Yeah, speaking of mums, I guess I better kind of, I'm just going to give you a bit of my background, where I'm from, and I grew up in the East End, London, and I kind of wanted to be a rude boy, you know, I thought I was a bad man as a teenager, and I was really into my hip hop, and at the same time, I had a very strict family, like Pentecostal church. I'm not sure if you know what like West Indian Pentecostal churches can be like, but think big hats and bigger sermons, and kind of like on the weekend I thought I would be a gospel rapper, and so this is what happens when these two worlds collide in the shape of one teenager. They call me D. I tell them D is for done, no. Undeniably undissable. I create rapillacious dismissals at the back of my class and spend my lunch times chewing words at anyone who will listen. My Coke bottle is my mic, its contents my ignition. I stand outside the school shop and spit bars after bars about the centre of my world. This E17 school, my ill credentials, and the topic of the day, Rachel, year 10, who everyone knows is a sket. I'll come to regret my indiscriminate darkness, which I use as a shield, and doesn't quite fit me, like my low-hanging jeans which wear me round the knees, but I feel possessed by the need to be freed by my words, because word is bond, and in the beginning was the word. Word? On Sundays, I swap my F words for hallelujahs. There, when they don't call me Junior, they call me D. D is for Demon Destroyer, because I create spiritual battles in my verses, and in my old school Pentecostal church, they agree to let me spit my rhymes over Redman instrumentals. Check it. Let's talk spiritual, because love unconditional towards us in so much that he came from heaven just to die for us. Look up in the sky, is it a bird, is it a plane? No, it's Jesus Christ is coming back to save us again. I elicit smirks from back row friends who get my inappropriate references to Redman, Def Squad and Foxy Brown. Then I break it down with some ragga chat to bring in my old time West Indian congregation. Satan is a liar and him me gonna listen. Where we are gonna put him? In the biffa bin. There is a thin line between my Sunday features and my weekday frolics, developing a conflict in my mind as intense as that East Coast, West Coast beef. And on Mondays, some people still call me D. I tell them D is for dog, because I've learned to growl and bark like DMX, but back inside the context of class, I'm turning every homework task into a rap challenge, even in French. La vie scolaire, ce ne m'y suffit parce que nous savons l'éducation est une escroquerie. Si le professeur sont extraterrestres, pas en ce d'écran est intéressant. Nous sommes intelligents, mais les profs ne sont pas, sauf Mademoiselle Green, bien sûr. I slur through vocab excavated from the Larousse French dictionary and my tricolor textbook. See, I'm a textbook hip-hop nerd with a triple identity. Part wannabe rude boy in fake heel figure baseball top. Part pulpit preacher in pristine pinstripe preaching the gospel into the mic in our sweaty East London church. Part model pupil turning the tables on teachers tasked by mastering them lyrically. And they still call me D. Because I still haven't learned to step up into a fully grown name and own it. Like the raps I proudly spit despite my diminishing confidence. One day, they'll also call me a poet, using pared down rhythms to connect the seemingly disparate seams of myself. One day, I will simply be called Keith, and I will take comfort in just being